And welcome back to ESQ-Astro. I am the host, ESQ here. As you see, we already got some cards laid out because I started doing the reading and it was recording and then it stopped. I'm not sure why. Stopped at a pretty interesting number too, but we're not going to get into that. But I am going to continue the reading from the cards I have laid out because I've already shuffled, I've already cleansed the cards, and yeah, unfortunately, the first part of the read getting laid out did not stick. It cut off, and I don't have a way to edit videos together, which is why I don't do any edits. I do everything live, but I don't want to cheat myself of what's coming out in the read because it's pretty strong energy, pretty strong information. So I'm gonna just recap. First card that came out was the Temperance and the Upright. Okay. So again, that Temperance card been coming in reverse. So as you guys know, this is a flippage day. Okay, we on Friday, Venus day. We getting ready for this new moon tomorrow. So yeah, things are definitely in a changing mode. Okay, so somebody's getting back up to their hierarchy or getting back on some solid ground to balance their cups. Second card came out was the Fool in reverse. So that Fool's been coming out in reverse a bit, showing that somebody's becoming wise in the situation. And again, uh, gaining the wisdom to actually start making the right choices that are balancing the situation. Okay. The next card that came out was the Chariot in the Upright. Okay. And with the Chariot upright, it's just showing motion. I did the first three cards as the weekend cards. So Temperance would be today, Friday. The Fool in reverse is for tomorrow, Saturday, and then the Chariot would be for Sunday. So I think Sunday some motion is going to come into play. Again, it may be even like a family day where you get to be around some people that you haven't been around, or just wanting to hang out with those that you love. Now, with the last card coming out on the bottom row was the Judgment card in reverse. Okay. So again, we started off pretty balanced, getting up to the second row. Judgment is definitely showing that things are changing in this particular area. Again, it could be with a court case, as we'll see one of the other cards that comes out. But the next card out on the second row was the Devil card in reverse. Okay, and that was clarifying the Fool and the Hermit. So definitely giving uh, some clarification and something toxic being removed, some type of obsession being let go, or being looked at in a different light with the next card that comes out as Death. So again, it just could be a methodology that's changing in some particular dealings in the situation, or where now you're getting a different result, and again becoming wise in that particular nature. Looking at the next card to come out would be the Hierophant reverse. Okay, after that Death card. So again, we got to a point now where we have an equal balance of reversals and uprights. But again, all the uprights are definitely speaking about some change, especially when it comes to movement. Things are moving in a different direction. So keeping the build up. Again, I've already shuffled. I like to do my shuffles on camera, but unfortunately, I lost the first part of the read. So just trust again that I'm not setting up the cards or anything of that nature, going off the pre-shuffle that I did in the first video. And again, I don't have a way to edit, so I had to just continue from where I left off. Okay. So with the next card coming out, we have the Empress in reverse, which has come out in reverse a few times this week. Okay. So yeah, with the High Priestess in reverse, Empress in reverse. Yesterday it was the High Priestess upright, then flipped to the Empress reverse. So both of them in reverse today is definitely showing there's a change, or again, some type of death and rebirth situation going on to, I believe, change somebody's perspective. Okay. Somebody's either opening up to the knowledge you've been feeding, or they're paying attention in a different way that actually has them seeing the proof of your words through action. Again, the Fool took an action that got him back to the Temperance, and then again, reversing that, becoming wise, and being able to see things in a brand new light. Next card coming out is Justice in reverse. So yeah, again, this could be something dealing with a court case. I don't know why I feel like something legal or judicial, or something that just has to do with the law. And now the sun shines in on it as I say that. And then the last three cards are in the reversal, so I wouldn't be surprised if the clarifying card is reverse, because now the reversals are dominating the reading. Okay, but this is somebody temperate, standing on their mound, standing on balanced ground, attempting to even the cups by making particular decisions. And I believe they're having some type of victory in that particular area, or the person who they're looking to affect by their actions is actually is actually more effective than what they thought it would be prior to making the movements. So if you've been changing things up or doing things different to get a different reaction and a different result, I would say you're achieving that. And it's probably the flippage of if this is not a dynamic of a relationship, like a man and a woman together, it's definitely something matriarchal um, that's being turned around when it comes to uh, just certain things that we have to learn to fall back on and give people not their way but their space to again be themselves, because it would be nice in some aspects if everybody was like us, but then there'd be a whole lot of aspects where it wouldn't be nice. So we have to appreciate people for who they are, but again, look to be effective when it comes to change through action and leading by example. You can't tell somebody to do something that you're not doing. So just make that clear with the reading. That's what's coming out. And again, the fool is being turned into the wise man and using uh, either flipping something around that was toxic or using something toxic uh, to his advantage or her advantage. Last card coming out to top off the reading, yeah, the moon in reverse. Okay. So yeah, something's either coming out that's been hidden, or things that were hidden are now exposed and again can't be unexposed. That's the thing about once things come to the light, it's hard to put them back in the dark unless they're just forgettable. And usually it's not when it's something kind of deep here. I would say too, just looking into other things. But again, this could have to do with a uh, I would say some type of court case. If it's not a past relationship, it's like something to do with maybe a custody battle. I don't know, but somebody's getting justice in their favor, and it's looking like it's the high priestess, the empress. They're both in reverse, and then justice comes out in reverse. Also a divine feminine card, right? You know, uh, in that clarification of death. Okay, which again, the death card can deal with court cases or things that are in the balance as far as being judged. And then we got judgment here in reverse. So um, just a lot there that says, something's being handled in a particular manner that's, um, again, playing out for somebody to flip from the fool to the wise man. But again, affect justice in a particular way or judgment in a particular way that, again, cleanses some type of toxicity. Um, there's a death and a rebirth there with that, okay, transmuting that energy. And then we have the Hierophant reverse, okay, which again is putting the fool in position of the wise man, okay. And then with the Empress reverse, again, she may have taken heed to the Hierophant's wisdom, giving us justice in reverse, which is going to reverse that situation. Again, both of these cards are clarifying that death card there. And then the Hierophant is clarifying the judgment in reverse. And then at the top, we got the moon in reverse. So total reversal. This is a pretty straightforward reading with dominant reversals there. I wouldn't be surprised if the bottom card was in reverse as well. I'm thinking the bottom card is either going to be the sun card in reverse or maybe the star card in reverse. So let's see. Oh, it's the tower upright. Okay. So yesterday we had the tower in reverse. I didn't think the tower would show itself again, but yeah, something something of a mysterious or hidden manner is going on, and it's about to cause a tower. The main thing is if you're the one who's the tempered one and you're on more solid ground to balance your cups, just watch for just watch for things that you may have said in the past to come to pass to make you look like the wise one. But I believe if something toxic is being judged or flipped or just put in a particular light where, again, some things are going to have to die um, and flip for, the wisdom to come into play. Okay. And with, again, the Empress and Justice coming out right after the Hierophant, then I'm just like, there's definitely some type of counsel that's leading to, again, somebody could be getting counseled without you knowing. And again, this is going to come out and cause a tower moment, or uh, these things are making someone change their viewpoint, um, and maybe not seeing you as the fool anymore, but seeing you in the wise man position based upon the things that you're doing with action. Because again, I do see somebody winning here through action, but ultimately, again, we have the tower so that we actually can break it down to build it back up. Okay, so the tower always is going to represent that, no matter how you want to look at it. Some people look at the tower as a bad card. I think the tower is a good card because it's letting you know that something's unstable and again coming to a point of you know where you got to rebuild. Sometimes you got to look at the foundation and rebuild the foundation. Like homes in the first 5 to 7 years usually have foundation issues because the house settles. So with our relationships and the situations we go through, it's no different. Especially when we start talking about dealing with new people. Things take time. Sometimes they take less time to figure out the bad things than to have the good time for it to all balance out, or a long time for it to balance out, with the good. And so, but we're clarifying with the gods of Egypt as usual. They definitely give me the most clarity when it comes to simplifying the reading. And I think today we do a little pluck and pull, see what they give us. I'm asking just for one card to be seen and give us the bottom of the deck as well. Oh, that wanted to come out. And I believe that's 2 cards. So, yep. And that's renewal and resourcefulness came out. Okay. So with those 2 coming out in the upright pretty much, again, I just say something new is at bay. Something's being turned around or changed around, with that Wheel of Fortune coming out yesterday in the upright with that star card. Again, I believe somebody's stepping into some type of serious power that may bring forth some serious money. Just based upon yesterday's read and then going into today's read. Those 2 cards pretty much clarified the reading in the upright after the tower came in the upright. Still a pretty dominant reversal reading, but the bottom of the deck here is completeness in the reverse. Okay, so this is something that's not complete. I've been seeing things that are kind of clarifying, like something big is coming, but it's going to happen in stages. So we just got to be aware of the stages and um, not get too excited in the beginning. But again, maintain our composure. And as things unravel and unfold, there will be a heightened moment. But again, I believe there's going to be a process, not just one event of something big coming in. Again, resourcefulness, renewal. So these are going to be things that, again, the tower actually justifies. You know what I mean? Like something's going to break down, but this is what's building up. More resources, using the resources correctly, getting in a place of renewal where things are better, I would say. Okay. And then with the bottom saying completeness in reverse, is something that's going to come, but it's not going to be complete because there's more to come. So, so just get ready. I would say, the weekend is going to be pretty powerful. There may even be a message conveyed over the weekend to where by Sunday, Monday, you being put in a place of, yeah, putting some things in perspective and maybe making some adjustments that lead to um, changing somebody's viewpoint or putting somebody in the standpoint of having to take things more serious, which may cause a tower moment. But again, this is going to be something that brings out more resourcefulness and a renewal, which again is not complete. So you got to know that this is just the beginning stages of the actual steps it's taking to create this full effect of the event. So y'all like, share, subscribe. If you like the video, based upon it resonating with you, please hit the like button. If it didn't resonate by for some reason or another, pass it on to somebody that it may resonate with, and then subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get out into the algorithm. I've gotten a few good views on some of my things. The shorts are getting more views than anything, and I'm going to continue to do those just because they aid the reading for those who don't have the time to really sit there but know cards and can get their own interpretation, which again I do encourage you guys to do so because where I'm going with the reading is very surface sometimes, and I do see deeper things. I'm just not willing to go there, or do see alternate perspectives that again I'm not going to extend my videos 30, 40, 50 minutes. Is to me it's just not that type of party over here. I'm doing this for not entertainment purposes. So I'm here for those who are really looking for some type of insight or answers based upon things going on in their personal lives. And again, I don't do personal readings for the collective just yet, just my personal circle. So don't get scammed. People on YouTube doing a lot of crazy stuff. So again, thank y'all for trusting ESQ-Astro. And when you want the truth, where do you go? ESQ-Astro. Peace.